Hello you lovely people, and welcome back to my channel Cook with Joy. For today's video I'm doing something a little bit different, as I wanted to share with you some meal plan ideas or meals that we eat here at our house, just to give you some ideas for your week. I will continue sharing my recipes with you on Friday, so you can always look forward to that. But I thought to mix it up a little bit, I would also share some hauls and some meal plan ideas. So before I get into sharing what meals I am preparing this week, I did want to let you know, in case you didn't know, that I live here with my husband, and 2 of our 3 adult children are currently living with us. And I actually only make dinner 3 times a week. On the other nights, we get takeout one night, and then the other nights, everyone just kind of fends for themselves and makes their own meal. I started doing this in part because we all have different dietary needs and desires, and it just kind of got very challenging to cook 6 nights a week and make sure everybody's dietary needs were met. So with that in mind, I'm going to share the 3 meals that I'm preparing this week. I don't have specific days that I plan to prepare these meals. I just come up with 3 meal ideas, and then I will just go ahead and prepare whatever I feel like on the nights that I'm going to cook. So the first meal is something called Noodle Bake, which I made so long ago, many years ago. When we first got married, I got the recipe from a college friend, and every once in a while I really crave this meal. Although I cannot have gluten, and I should not, I guess I should say, have cheese. But every once in a while I'm just craving something where I will go ahead and eat cheese, even though it's not ideal for my dietary needs. But with this Noodle Bake, it is just a simple way to make kind of like a lasagna type dinner. You mix together noodles with sour cream and cottage cheese, and then you top that with some meat sauce and some mozzarella cheese. I do have an alternative dinner planned for my daughter, who is vegan, and my husband eats mostly low carb, but every once in a while he also will cheat, and so I think he'll be okay with that meal this week. The next meal I have planned is taco bowls, and a lot of times I'll just do whatever everybody wants. I typically have rice on hand. I might do tacos or do a bowl or do nachos, but basically it's just making some taco meat with beans and all the fixings on top of that, whatever everybody likes. And a lot of those items I just have on hand. I purchase beans from Costco, so we pretty much always have beans on hand, and then I also pretty much always have rice on hand as well. The last meal that I'm planning to make is a Mediterranean type dish, and I'm going to be making some falafel, and then I do kind of like a greens and grain bowl, similar to what they serve at Cava, which is one of our favorite restaurants. I just make some rice, and then I also have some greens and just add those together, and then use like hummus, or maybe make a hummus dill dressing to put on top. But this falafel is homemade. It is such a delicious recipe. I will definitely have to share it on my channel sometime in the future, because we really love this with the guys, my husband and my son. Sometimes I also add chicken to their bowls, just because they are meat eaters, but my daughter and I typically just go with the falafel for these bowls. Okay, so here is what I got this week. Lately, I have been purchasing this tikka masala sauce for my son. He really likes Indian food right now, and I also got some naan bread to go with that. I already have some chicken that I can use for this, and we already have rice on hand. Pretty much every week I buy this coffee. I make espresso for myself. I make an Americano, so I buy that every week. This yogurt and granola is a snack for my husband. We ran out of nutritional yeast flakes and seasoned salt, so I bought both of those. Also got some sliced cheese. My husband and son both like to make cheeseburgers, and I have the patties on hand in the freezer. And then for the noodle bake, I have this mozzarella cheese, this sour cream, and this cottage cheese. And I already have noodles and pasta sauce and the meat on hand already. I did purchase this soy riso for our taco bowls, and then I also make the meat option for my husband and son, and I already have some meat on hand for them. And then on the night that I make the falafel, I needed to grab these dried garbanzo beans. That's what the recipe called for. And then I also just like to have greens on hand, just in general for lunches or for the nights that I don't cook dinner. So I grabbed some shredded cabbage and some baby spinach. I also have greens left on hand from last week. And then also for the falafel, I needed cilantro and parsley, and I also needed green chilies. I got these cucumbers for the night that we have the falafel. I'm going to make a salad and rice with it. And then these green beans I'm going to be serving with the noodle bake. I also have goat cheese and hummus to go with the falafel night. My daughter asked for some zucchini for a night that she cooks on her own. I pretty much buy an onion every week, so I have this. I will use that for our taco bowls. Pretty much buy avocados every week. We will also use those for our taco bowls, but we will use them for lunches, or again on the nights that I don't cook dinner. I like to have avocados on hand. And then I also have a variety of fruit on hand. I pretty much buy bananas every week. And then I also bought some apples and some grapes this week. And then I like to always have some sparkling water on hand, and we were running a little low. I bought 1 pack and I was very excited about this flavor. It sounded so interesting, spiced apple, so I'm excited to give that a try. Okay, you lovely people, thank you for being here today. I hope that this gave you some ideas for meals that you might like to plan for you or your family. But as always, I appreciate you watching this video until the end, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.